How to create a website using Google Sites. Let's get to it. What's up everybody, my name is David, websitecreativepro.com. So how do you make a website using Google Sites? My brother is a coach for a girls softball team and he came to me just wanting to create a very simple 5-page website. And I recommended to him to use Google Sites because it's an ideal platform for that type of thing. So whether or not you want to create like a simple About Me website or an online resume, Google Sites is great because all you have to do is pay for your domain name and you get free hosting and then you have a website. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how it's done. We're going to begin by getting our domain name at Namecheap. Then we're going to set up the custom domain name at Google Sites. And then we're going to design our website. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Welcome to my laptop. Let's begin. So this is Namecheap.com and it's the place I recommend you registering your domain name. So you can check the links in the description. Now you may be more familiar with GoDaddy, but Namecheap has better prices for domain name registration. Now you can't register a domain name forever, so to speak. You can only register it for 1 year at a time, and for that, Namecheap has the best prices around. So to get started with Namecheap, it's very simple. You just type in here and type in the domain name that you want. So we'll just say like super amazing awesome website.com, and let's see what comes up. Okay, so super amazing, awesome website is available and we can get it for $8.88 a year. Simply add it to your cart. And once you've done that, you can just go to view cart. And to continue the checkout process, you're going to just need to create a Namecheap account. And so you can register for 1, 2, 3 years. I definitely recommend going for 2 or 3 years because it locks in this low price. So this is like an introductory price. The normal renewal rate for any domain names is $13 at a minimum, but Namecheap has a great introductory price. So to lock that in, definitely recommend doing like 3 years. If you're sure that you want to have a website for a long time, WhoIsGuard is included and it's free forever. What this is, it just keeps your personal information private, because like when you register a domain name, you have to give your name and email and all this, the personal information. It's just a legal requirement when you have a domain name, and WhoIsGuard just keeps all that stuff private. And then that's it. You just go ahead and confirm order and you are good to go. Okay, so now we have our domain name at Namecheap. So the next step is to set up the custom domain name at Google Sites. So what we're basically going to be doing is when anyone tries to visit our domain name, our .com, they're going to be automatically redirected to our Google Sites website. I'm going to walk you through the process of how to do that on the back end. It's not too technical, but you do actually need someone to kind of walk you through. Anyways, let's get to it right now. I'm going to make this as quick and painless as possible. So to navigate to Google Sites, simply Google Google Sites and click and sign in with any Gmail account. You're going to be presented with this blank screen. In order to create a new website, you just click this little plus button over there. And now you can actually just begin designing your website. It's that easy, but we want to set up a custom domain name for our site. So when people visit our website.com, this website that we're designing right now appears, because right now your website is going to be a subdomain of sites.google.com. We don't want that. We want it to be our own custom domain. So in order to do that, we just click on the more button up top there, and then you navigate to where it says custom URLs, click on that. And now you can input your domain name right here. So put in the domain name that you just registered at Namecheap into here. So I'll just do an example. So I'll do icarehero.com. This is an actual domain name I own. Now, if you type it in like this, it's going to say this isn't a valid URL. The reason is because you have to have the www in it. Now it's going to tell you, please verify your ownership. No problem. So you click on that, and you'll be presented with this Webmaster Centrals page, and it says domain name provider. So we click here and you navigate to where it says Namecheap, because that's our domain name registrar. So Namecheap is right there. And now it says add the TXT record below to the DNS configuration for your domain name. You're gonna be like, what? So take this, right click, copy. Now, once you're in your account, you wanna go to domain list. You wanna click on manage for the domain name that you want, and you'll be presented with this screen. So this is the domain name that I'm using, my name. So I'm going to just navigate over to advanced DNS, And once you go to advanced DNS, you want to navigate down there and you want to go to add new record. Okay. And so for the record is we want txt record. So it's that simple. Click that. And the value, click that and paste. And then the host, you may be wondering what the host is, right? Google, right? I put in Google. No. You put in www. Okay. And that's what you leave for the host. And that is it for the txt record, okay? And so once you've gone ahead and done that, you can click on this verify button. Now, please be patient, okay? Don't leave comments below telling me it doesn't work. It does take a little bit of time. It usually takes like 30 minutes max for everything to propagate. So the other thing that we can do while we're in here is that you're going to need to add this as well. So you're going to have to add a CNAME record. So what a CNAME record does is basically it directs people to your website. So just go and again, go to text record, find CNAME record, and then you want to literally just type in, ghs.googlehosted.com. And you want to leave it as www again, and then add new record. So the two records you need to add are CNAME record and text record. CNAME points so the text record verifies that you own this domain name. The CNAME record, however, points basically Namecheap to your Google website. And that's really it. And then you just have to click verify and be patient. Okay, so what I would do personally is set this up, leave it, come back in like 20 minutes, and everything should be propagated and should work. It usually takes a little bit of time, so don't leave comments below telling me it doesn't work. It won't work in the first minute, so give it some time. And that is really it. That's all you have to do, and you should at the end of this, you should actually absolutely have your website ready to go. Welcome to Google Sites. So everything should be set up by now. We have our domain name, it's secure with an SSL certificate automatically. Now the fun part of designing the site. So once you log in, your site is going to look something like this. It's not going to have a lot of content. So let me just go ahead and explain a couple of different things to you. First off, you can control the design in one quick way by the themes that come with Google Sites. So if you're like, oh, I don't like this, or like, for example, let's take a look at Aristotle. If you take a look at this and you're like, this bar right here, this yellow bar, you're like, David, I don't like this yellow bar. How do I remove this bar? You can't. The only way you can change it is remove it is to click a different theme. Same with this box right here. If you're like, oh, I don't like this box, but I like this, I want to keep, you can't. You know, to control things like that, you have to select a different theme, okay? Even like this, where we have the menu bar at the top here, how it's a nice blue, and then this one we can change the color of it as we want. If you're like, well, hey, I don't like this, I want this to be, I don't want to have a menu bar at the top, well, then you have to select a different theme. So I'm just getting the point I'm trying to get across is that you have to compromise a little bit on flexibility with different things, okay? You're not gonna have the granular control that you would with like a WordPress theme. And also with each theme, it comes with different font styles. So like Simple has light, classic, and heavy. Impression comes with like, we'll see capital, frank, narrow. So you are limited a little bit with that regard. So anyways, I'm gonna start designing the site. So all right, so I'm gonna use impression. I like this one first. And now for this top part right here, I'm gonna give myself a nice catchy title. So we'll just say, find your edge, enjoy life. We'll just say that, okay? Enjoy life. Now the life has kind of cut off at the bottom right there. I don't really like that. So to fix that, we just click and drag so enough to like where it's, you know, centered appropriately. So we'll just drag this side a little bit too, so kind of looks all right. So we'll just kind of eyeball it, and okay, so that looks really nice. Now we have a couple different options for this background area. So we can go here and click change image, and then we can click on select image. And here you can select a different image to change the background as you want. So we can click that, and then we have this right here. Or we can change image and upload our own image, which I'm gonna go ahead and do. Okay, so let me just open Google Images and we'll upload this image that I have set. And that is looking quite nice. Okay, and next you have header type right here. So this is really fun. You can have different types of header like cover, large banner, and title only. So if we have cover, for example, this is going to take up the whole page of the website. So let me just show you. I'll click on publish. and let's go to view published site. And there we go. So now we have this background image. It looks really nice and beautiful. It takes up the whole space. So, you know, you got to play around with, see how you like that. So I personally, I like large banner. So I'm going to click on publish. And let's take a look at our published site. Okay, so that looks much, to me, I like this a lot more. So it's really just up to you how you want to design your site. All right, so now we can add a logo up top there. So you can either do something like just type in the site title. So like mine is davidyuki.com, so I can just type in my name. Or if you want to add a logo, you can come here, click on upload, and then you can select a logo of your choosing. So just use the logo that I always use for my blog. Okay, and now that we have this set, we can have the background be white, black, or transparent. So again, up to you how you want to design that. So I'll go ahead and delete that. And let me click on publish, and let's just take a quick look at how the site is looking. View published site. Okay, so now we have a menu bar at the top right there. I personally am going to remove the logo. I'm just going to get rid of that, and I'm just going to leave it as my name. I'll just use this, keep it nice and simple. Okay, so now we have a nice call to action here. So this should be your page title. So if you're trying to like go after a keyword or phrase, or like if you're a YouTuber or a club, this is the area where you just want to grab people's attention, tell them what the website is about immediately. Okay, so the next thing is now we want to design this area over here. Okay, so we can go to insert, and now you have different layouts over here. So for example, if I was to select this layout, now I have the option to add an image over here, and I can go to upload, and I can select this image of myself. All right, so now it doesn't fit properly, so we can just stretch it down just a little bit, and now it looks nice. Hi, my name is David. Okay, so now we can just have a nice little introduction there. So let me go ahead and take the quick little introduction I built right there. So I'll take this and I'll highlight this and copy, and we'll just put that right in there. Boom. All right. And so now we have a nice little introduction. Now underneath that, I would go ahead and add in a divider. And now we can add in more content underneath there. So for example, so say if I want to come down here and I click on YouTube, now I can find a video and add it if I want. So I'll just look for my personal travel channel. Okay, sights and sounds of Bangkok. Okay, we'll select that. Okay, now we have a video added here. Now you're like, David, I don't like this video here. I want to move it like over. Like, how do I, what do I, you just click it and move it. Okay, it's totally drag and drop. Okay, so you can just click and move things that you want. So we'll leave the video right there. Now, if you're wondering, well, how do I add text over here? What do I do? Okay, this is what you do. You mouse over it and then you double click. And now you have text, image, upload, embed. So you can click on text, and then here you can have like a, we'll change it to a heading because this is the title. So we don't want this to be the title. Travel vids, I don't know, travel videos. Okay, and we'll leave it like that. And next, we can double click again, click on text, and then we have normal text. So this is normal text. Okay. And that is basically it about how you can start editing the homepage. Okay, so you just upload images. To add text to anything, you just double click and then it should automatically pop up. Now you have a couple of different more options. You have collapsible text, table of contents, image, button, divider, YouTube. And then you have Google services integrated as well, like calendar, map, docs, slides, sheets. So if you don't have docs or maps already created or slides already created, if you like, so for example, if I was to click on slides, for example, it's going to say nothing. Okay, there's nothing here because I don't have anything created in Google Slides. So everything's automatically integrated. So for the purpose of this tutorial, we don't really need to worry about that. So let's go ahead and click button, and I'm just going to call this button, and then link. You can link it to whatever you want. So we'll just link to Facebook, and I'll click on insert. and this is the button. So this is great if you want to link to a specific page on your Google Sites, or if you have a email opt-in form with like ConvertKit or MailerLite and you just want to send direct people to an email opt-in form or whatever, you know, it's a button. You can direct people wherever you want. And here you can just quickly and easily move this button around as you want. And so, you know, I could move it there, and you can change the text by like double clicking on it again. And then you have different options like outlined, just text, so we can have filled. And again, the colors for everything is controlled by the theme. So if you don't like the color of something, you can go here and select the different color like red and yellow. Again, you don't have that specific control where, hey, I want the button to be a different color than this. You can't do that, okay? There are some limitations with this. But overall, this is quite nice and it looks pretty good. So let's click on publish. All right, and now it's time to start adding some pages. Now, pages is controlled by your page icon over here. And right now we only have the home page. So if we were to say, click this, and then we have a new page, we have about, and we can click on done. And now it automatically creates a menu. Now, with Google Sites, you need to be careful about what page you're editing, because like right now I'm on the about page and I'm editing the about page. I'm not on the home page. So if you want to go back and edit your home page, you have to click on home, and then it works basically the same way. So now we're on the about page and we can just edit this as we want. So I'll just leave it as that, and now we'll go to the new page and we'll call this, I don't know, we'll call this resources. Okay, I'll call this resources. And now I can start adding in pages for this. So if I want to create a drop down for this, I can go to resources, go to this little menu option right there, and I can click this that says add sub page. Okay, and now I can click on like, I'll call this like gear. Okay, and then I'll go here again and I'll add another page and I'll call this, we'll just say tools. Okay, and we'll click on done. Okay, so now we have 2 child pages of resources. Let's click on publish. All right, let's click on view published site, see how it looks. Okay, all right, so this is looking nice. Now you may be wondering, David, where is everything? I'm confused. Now again, I have tools selected. Okay, so when you click on view site, you're viewing the page that you're currently editing. So if we navigate over to resources, now we have this nice little drop down of gear and tools, which I really like. And so now you can just quickly and easily edit that. So if you wanted to add in like Amazon Associates links of like recommended products and services that you're using, you could do this. You know, you can have a home page where you can like have it linked, you have a button and it links to an email opt-in form. Google Sites is fantastic for anyone who just wants to quickly and easily build a personal site that's just a few pages in length. All right, so let's just navigate back over to resources, for example, and I'll go to insert and let's go to collapsible text. Okay, so this is like, so for the resources we have gear and tools. So travel gear you need, okay? And it's like the best travel gear, okay? And we can hyperlink this if we want. So if I click this, we'll highlight this whole thing, we'll click the link, and then we can select what we want. So we'll select gear and we'll click apply. All right, and then we'll click on publish. All right, now again, let's go and view the published site just to see how it's looking. So again, this is collapsible text, so people have to click this little arrow, and then we could have a nice little detailed paragraph for like recommended services. And we're also linking to the specific page. So if someone clicks on this, it takes them to the gear page where you could have like different links for products and services that you recommend. All right, so let's just quickly go back to pages. And now if you're just wondering like, well, I don't want this to be a drop down. So if you just want to have resources and have people just click on resources, and then the way for them to navigate to say gear and tools is just to click on the link on the resources page. That's very easy to do. You just go here and then you can hide from navigation, and then you can click this and then hide this from navigation. And then the only way people can get there is by following a link that you place somewhere else on your site, if that makes sense. Okay, so we'll just click on publish and then we'll go back to home. All right, so let's click on view published site. All right, so this is looking very bright and colorful. Looks like a very premium website, and it's free with Google Sites. No web hosting costs at all. So now we have a nice little setup where we can add like different YouTube videos, social media links like Twitter or Instagram quickly and easily. And then we have our resources page there where we can people can navigate to specific product pages. All right, so now one last little thing here. So you do have a couple different options with the footer here. So now we can click on add footer, and now we can add different types of text. And so for the footer, obviously just take a look at the footer of most websites. You don't want title, so you want probably small text, and you want to say something like copyright, copyright 2020, whatever the date is, for the time of this video is 2020, copyright the video, and then the site title like that, and then we want to click that and then center it like that, and then click enter, and then like Amazon Associates, you can have that whole paragraph about like I'm an Amazon Associates, I make money, blah 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 blah, from links, that sort of thing. And then you have the option to have different options here. We can click this little color thing, and then you can emphasize it a different color if you want, or make it like an image. And so I'm just going to leave it as like a nice shade of gray, and we'll click on publish. And that is pretty much it for Google Sites. So that should give you an idea of what you're capable of doing. So let's just go back to this site and just check it out. We're now entered in davidyuki.com. Let's see how it loads. And our site loads quickly and easily, secure. We have a nicely designed home page, a nice little footer. We have different pages that we added, as well as sub pages. And just one other little quick thing to mention too is, like, for example, if I have resources, we'll just click on it, add a new page. If you click on advanced, you have custom path. If you're wondering like what does that mean, that means that you can just set like your hold on, let me just type it in. You can just type in like any specific URL that you want. So if you want this to have a specific path, that means like you can change the URL structure. So if we take a look, it's like resources, all pages are just like davidyuki.com/resources, homepage, about, like davidyuki.com/about. That the URL structure is just to add in the page right after the URL. There's almost no reason why you'd want to have in a custom path, because the URL structure for a little site like this it's quite nice. And that is basically it. That's what you're capable of doing with Google Sites. All right, so guys, that is it for this tutorial video. I hope you guys have a good idea of like what is possible with Google Sites. I really think this is like one of the best free tools for creating just a simple, quick, and easy to use website that you can get right now. So all you have to do is register a domain name, and that is it. And then you can just sign up with Google Sites, and then you're good to go. Look at how nice and lovely this looks. Anyways, guys, that is it for this tutorial. Alright, that is it for this video. If you enjoy these types of tutorials, consider subscribing, hit that like button. My name is David, websitecreatorpro.com. I'll see you next video. Bye bye.